Atahualpa, you've made enough mistakes. Do not touch anything. No! By Inti, a dagger in my heart! No! My son, you are too young to leave this earth with the spirits!
Your asteroid is in a rapid evolution phase, during which it stores an enormous amount of energy, and Aguirre can use this energy. To destroy the asteroid, you have to lay down 3 great sources of energy on 3 planets.
El Dorado, the energy of your legendary powers should be sufficient, isn't it?
Yes, I hope.
Don't turn back, El Dorado! You're being followed!
I've noticed. I can't get rid of him.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
A few light years later. The coordinates of the crystal lead to the Valley of the Three Dreams, lost in the most remote quarters of the Empire.
I am stuck here under these beams. If it weren't for you, stranger, my life would have ended under these planks. You are the messenger. The Venerable One saw you coming, but soldiers arrived. They destroyed everything. They took him and imprisoned him in a fort. It's further down the valley. Leave me. He is waiting for you. He knows what you are looking for, but you'll have to enter his mental universe.
The climb starts.
Hello and welcome. We're here with the final episode of our Inca duology stream, and this time with hope we'll finally be finishing this thing. Excuse me a minute while I get through the logo again. One perk of this being Inca 2 is that these are all just autosave points and with no random 8-digit codes required, and there's no way of losing them. And now to where we left off. Sorry about this.
This is a Triton, a sacred place. The storm rumbles. The gods are calling me. Find a way to be worthy of their benevolence once more.
One wonders what that would have sounded like in the original French dub. And So from what I can tell, we're supposed to be in a place like Tibet or Shangri-La. And from what I've read, these are Chortens that are like sacred markers that also have people's remains hidden inside for ceremonial purposes. Anyway, this lightning, which I think is tied to process speed, which is why it's so fast, we have a chain and a metal pole, and a point to attach this to. So obviously, can you hear me? Am I all clear now? Am I coming through? Is my audio clear now?
This tray could serve as a shield if it were not welded to the stone. It's a bit heavy, but it could be useful.
We're close to our target, El Dorado. Many things are hidden under the ice.
Something's hidden under this ice, and, well, we need to break it somehow. I'm not going to comment on the symbolism of what comes next, but in one sense we need to make a vibration to break down this ice, and I think this will do. But that's not enough. We need another form of sound, and even though we were just given this conch shell, we have to give it back.
I would never have imagined that the sound could be this powerful.
Well, so we found ourselves in an ice temple of sorts. Almost like something from the original show Season 1. So we have this contraption here that's like a funnel for something to go into this glass egg, and I don't know what this is, but it looks like there's a pedestal in here. And we have to get to that because this is where we set down our first power. So we have icicles in a goatskin bag, and a ray of sun which would obviously melt the icicles. But we gotta work quickly because this can melt, obviously.
The case is accessible. I can deposit a power.
So yes, this is the first point where we sacrifice one of our legendary powers. Now strangely enough, probably because of the non-linear structure of this, we don't get to see what color the jewel is, unlike Inca 1. It just goes with the default bluish-black color. But this is where we put it.
I've accomplished only 1/3 of my objective. Let's hope the second power gives us less trouble. No news of Celt. By the gods of Teotihuacan, I'm being followed again. How did they know?
The thing about these shadows, they really like to hang around the edges of the screen. And yes, there's another wave, and after the next planet, there's 3 waves. Just be wary of that. Sorry if this is looking tedious. These people really like to play cat and mouse with the player, just hang out at the edge of the battlefield and then sneak up on your ass. And if the stream's cutting, I think I have a theory why. the toggle to switch targets is F6 and F7 along with the spacebar, and I think F6 might be the hotkey to streaming also. That could be it. Now my shields are gone. The number in the lower left of the target scope is your distance, the upper right is their speed, and the upper left is their rank. And if it says Cap, Ace, or CDT, that means they don't mess around. There we go.
I received a message from Celt during the fighting. Here it is.
Greetings, my lord. Production of the boomerang goes on, but one of Aguirre's squadrons is now approaching. We could contain it, but we risk wasting precious time away from building our flotilla. You can intercept it, if you have nothing better to do. So long, till we meet with the asteroid.
Undoubtedly, Aguirre is perfectly informed. Is it a diversion? I will probably need all of Celt's army. Should I help him?
I'm gonna press no for right now because there's a scene I'm gonna miss if I don't. If I pick yes. You'll see what I mean later.
A few light years later.
Wow, look how close that model is to the skybox.
Footprints. Footprints of a man. They are recent.
Now, I know you folks might be tempted to think that we just found Tao's Island in the Galapagos, but tragically, you'll be wrong. And unfortunately, these stereotypes do not end here, I'm afraid. I don't know what Cocktail was thinking at this point.
The ibis does not seem to be ready to leave this place. This bird does not seem very helpful.
Ah, oysters. And if we know anything about oysters in adventure games, they have to be opened somehow.
Nothing seems to frighten him enough to make him leave the nest.
Oh, that's right. Simple as that.
This bird does not seem very helpful. The ibis does not seem to be ready to leave this place.
Forgive me a bit. I haven't actually been to this section in a long time, so I've actually forgotten how this puzzle works.
Don't be in a hurry, El Dorado.
Is that the game's way of saying thinking 2 steps ahead?
The mangrove is a treacherous place. I am its only master. So you want to go through it? Keep the egg and the pearl, they are precious. If you don't have them on your way back, I'll take care of your soul. Ha 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 ha.
Brace yourselves.
Hey, I was expecting you. I read of your coming in the magic smoke. I know that you want to lay down a power on my island. I think I can help you. First, I'd like you to give back to the crocodile what the local demon stole from him, the breath of life. I'll decide then if you are worthy of my help.
Again, I gotta wonder what that would have sounded like in the French version. So this alligator is missing its eyes. No, sorry, crocodile. And we happen to have something that fits those sockets.
The jade egg does not fit.
Very well. I see that you are a pure soul. I will show you the way. Close your eyes, and you will follow me into a trance. I will lead you to the volcano that I am in charge of guarding.
Don't worry, this volcano is dormant. There's no lava or anything here. Well, now that we're in a safe spot, mostly, I'm going to take a little detour here and show you what happens if you take Celt's side quest here. See, we have a safe slot right here, so there's nothing to worry about.
Display the map, MC2. What is the position of enemy forces?
5 slow Iron Scorpio bombers with a 20-fighter escort. Success rate, less than 5%. Recommended strategy. Take advantage of the high speed of the Tumi. Swoop down on them like a condor. I'd say.
That line always makes me chuckle. So these are the fighters, and these gray ones are the bombers with 200 hit points each. And that many fighters clustered into one place, which might be in a different position as soon as they close out of this, but I'll show you. You'll never guess what we have to use to take rid of this squadron. Bombs away! On my practice run, I whittled this squad down to like 5 ships, and in this case, I didn't get lucky. Yeah, this doesn't look like a fight I can win. I just wanted to show it off. By the way, over here, this is where you adjust the flight settings, which is unfortunately not paused, unlike Inca 1. Anyway, we don't need this. Let's go back to where we were. These save files I've already made ahead of time are made with both of those quests already done, hopefully.
That's strange. This crater seems so remote, so inaccessible.
Yes, of course, a random gourd statue in the middle of nowhere.
This calabash is strange, but it is part of the mechanism.
I guess El Dorado has gone genre savvy at this point. I had never actually known the word calabash until this game. But just take note how reflective this is. We're gonna need that in a bit. And again, we have another glass-shielded pedestal here, and the sun peeking over. So we have two scepters that could potentially bounce light from one to the other, but one is missing. However, we have an alternate for that. Time to do, once again, what Esteban always does.
It seems risky to set the vault when the rest is not ready.
Not ready? What's missing? Oh, autosave is obviously where we came in. Oh, it's... Oh, it just pans over here. Oh! Why didn't I think of that? Sometimes it's hard to tell what's part of the background and what's actually useful.
Thanks to the power of Inti, or sun, I can deposit a power.
Again, noticing color, I guess to save space or something. You'd think El Dorado would have been hurt by all that glass flying at him. Plot armor, I guess.
Good, El Dorado. About your return to the Toomey. Don't worry about a thing, my friend. The crocodile settled an old dispute with the demon of the mangrove. He had a grudge against him.
If that was acting poorly, then this one was large ham. And El Dorado just goes, nope, I'm out. Takes straight off. I mean, if someone was talking to my character that way, he'd probably tear out immediately too.
Any news from Celt MC2?
None. We are surrounded by Lord Aguirre's armies. Should I initiate the procedure of surrender?
Stupid pile of silicon. Get busy with your computations and let me direct.
Never thought I'd say it, but yeah. Stupid pile of silicon. Oh, and there's Aguirre, watching like Darth Vader and Palpatine.
Destroy him! I'm going back to the asteroid.
So we need to survive 3 waves of 3 ships each before Celt arrives with backup. Just hold the fort until it gets here, so to speak. Luckily, these are the minimum range daggers. That was awesome. I love when those scenes happen. Now on to wave 2. May be smaller, but they're definitely more agile than the first round. Oops, skipped over the... that was just the same cutscene as before. If a ship is a blue speck in the distance, that means they're like so far away they can't actually be hit. Whoops! That was luck. Their shields are getting low. I find it a good rule of thumb to concentrate on another ship if the first one is retreating. See, the R in the top right means they're retreating, but they're gonna come back around. And if anyone notice that these ships are making TIE fighter noises? Shields are gone, now it's just damage. Still, again, way better combat system than Inca 1. See, that missile didn't hit anything. That's why they're so far away.
There are too many this time. You might have been right, MC2.
Hey, look who's here.
Nice to see you, Celt. You did not miss your entrance.
Don't trust it. It's a trap. Aguirre knows our situation very well. He placed a mole amongst us.
I suspected it. But how will we uncover this traitor?
Donna Angelina left us a little while ago with no explanation. She left in one of our boomerangs.
The traitor! I see that Lord Aguirre hasn't lost any of his charm.
She kidnapped Ackley, your wife, who is now held as our hostage on the asteroid.
Then we can't destroy the asteroid from a distance anymore. I have no choice. I have to free her immediately. Display the map, MC2.
I'd say that the risk of being spotted in this chaos is nil, if the engine of the Toomey is turned off.
Celt, try to divert most of the enemy toward your army. I'd lay still and then charge when the way is clear.
Your decision to intervene when I was threatened was a good one. I was able to build up an army. I am leaving now. Take care of yourself.
And now for the final battle. I think the asteroid is supposed to be somewhere near here. I'm gonna get as far as I can and then skip if I can't make it. But I'm gonna do something really quick. Oh, there's the asteroid. How about some more fitting music? Nice of you to join us, Radiant Skull. We're approaching the end of this game. Yep, I'm good. I am doomed. Let's just cut ahead. The only thing you would miss would be the Toomey flying over the asteroid and Agiri saying, that demon succeeded in forcing his way through. That's all you miss. This guy was dead when we got here.
The rope does not give. These pearls will certainly come in handy.
Okay. So somewhere in here is our wife, Akla, also from Inca 1. Yeah, just putting these pieces in isn't enough. Luckily, we have something that can fix that. I remember this puzzle. We have to get all of the parts of this key lit up at once. that simple, huh? Ah, so opening that hatch also opens this one. So we need a way to keep it from closing when the other door closes. The last use for our trusty crowbar. Hey, look!
Akla, my love, don't waste any time. Let's run away from this trap. The only thing left is to lay down a power on the last planet.
No, El Dorado. Agiri knows about your plans. He's made arrangements. This planet is completely rigged and protected by an entire army. However, I've learned that the asteroid is vulnerable. Depositing your last power within its heart would make it leave.
Then I have no other choice. I must reach its heart. Take the Toomey and join Celt. He'll take you back home.
Wait, what? He just let Akla take his ship and return to the fleet without him. So in other words, El Dorado is stranding himself in this asteroid. And yes, I hate to break it to you fellows, but there's a maze in this game too. You thought we were done with mazes in Inca 1? No, it had to come back around for one last round. And fun fact, what you're seeing here was not on the original 10 or so floppy disk version of this game. They just ended it when he said, I must reach its heart. So what we're seeing is exclusive content. And since there's no music here, well, you know what that means. Of course, I still need a map. And unlike Inca 1, there's no way to turn around. Whichever path you take, you're basically locked into. just left iTunes on repeat. Oops. Misclick. Yes, you're right, Furrow. There is no redo unless you load the save like I just did. Makes one wonder how much time pressure Cocktail Vision was under at this point. This room with Moai heads isn't just random, there's actually a purpose to them. So we need a diamond for something. And I messed it up. I like IKEA too. Yeah, Furrow. Alright, so the next section is... I've just got the whole Inca 1 soundtrack on iTunes running at this point, because if this was silent, if there was no music, it would be even more boring to watch. Exactly. At this point, I would be fine with shooting out some conquistadors. At least it breaks it up. Tension release, you could say. One wonders just how much pressure Cocktail Vision was under to get this finished. Because I'm getting the feeling some corners were cut. So it's right, left, right, 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 left, and left. So we're basically in a hall of mirrors at this point. And this is a real leap of logic, but remember how people use diamonds to cut glass? Well, we need that. Wait a second, why does El Dorado have no reflection here? Could they just not render the picture over the CG background? Oh, the maze isn't over yet, bros. There's like 2 more stops, I'm afraid. Okay. Right. 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 Left. Right 3 times. Hey, wow, look at that. Aguirre's own zero-gravity portrait gallery. This almost feels like something out of that movie Cube, if anyone's watched that. Makes one wonder why Aguirre would have all these pictures, or where he got them from. So one of these pictures has something in it, and we've forgotten a certain someone. I'm sure someone has thought of this at some point.
I knew, my son, that your spirit would continue to help me in my quest.
Whatever floats your boat, Dorado. So, now we have to backtrack to that room with the Moai statues, because, as legends go, some cultures, historians believe that the people those statues were modeled after are listening for something, and we have something for them to listen to. Yeah, I know. Logic has completely gone out the window at this point, if it hasn't already. Dang it, I messed it up again. This is what happens when you bring the music box to the statues. This is where you end up. In a hex grid full of flowers, it seems. And now we have a special stone given by the statues that can reveal these flowers' true colors. What's Scavenger's Reign? So the goal of this puzzle is to combine the different colored flowers into one. I actually like these kinds of puzzles. See, now they're combined together, and we just need one more. So we need to remember where this one is and circle back around. Just imagine, after all this space combat, all these fighting conquistadors and making friends on Earth and other planets, this is where everything comes together. Of all the places, all the possibilities, this is what the Great El Dorado ends up doing. What would Wiracocha be thinking at this point? It would have been more interesting if these flowers had the same green, red, blue motif as the crystals did, instead of orange, red, yellow, blue. I think I might have overshot the combined one. Alright, let's put this on and see what happens.
I submit to the power of Inti, our son, and for a better world, here I put down my last power.
There go the other two. So we're basically pushing the asteroid out of orbit instead of blowing it up. Well, that's almost no weirder an ending than what happened in the first game. It doesn't really resolve a lot of the plot points that were left open, though. We never know what happened to Kardiae, who is still in the battle. We never know what happens to Akla. We don't even know what happens to the people on Earth in general at this point, or the whole intergalactic empire. And I guess El Dorado is just ascended to a higher plane of existence in hyperspace or something, all on his own, forever. we're not quite done yet. There's one little extra thing I wanted to show. Sorry, man, having trouble with this PowerPoint.
Kings and